All right, everybody. Welcome to the Racers HQ iRacing MX5 Cup live stream. We are just finishing up a race, actually. I went ahead and did the 6 o'clock race to try to get some good practice laps in, and really glad I did it. I'll tell you all about it here in a second. So here are my results. In case you're new to the show here, the whole point is I'm an iRacer, amongst other things, and my buddies over at Racers HQ are sponsoring a full year of racing, so every week I'm going to be on this channel giving it all I got in iRacing. For this season, we're going to do the MX5 Cup, and then next season probably move on to Skippy's. My goal this season was to get into the top splits and to podium on the top splits of the MX5 Cup and get into some higher strength of field races. So that's what we're doing. So I've got, so far it looks like we were able to get into the top split in this race, which was nice. There were seems like about 100 cars registered, so pretty good. Makes me pretty happy to know I'm in that kind of top 10%. So yeah, let's talk about the race. We're at Tsukuba Circuit, the 2000 Fool. In practice, I was running a steady 105s. I couldn't really find 104s. I knew I had it in there. Theoretically, I know I've done one before. And then right at the end, I told myself just to completely reset, and sure enough, pulled off a 103.8, which is pretty quick. So yeah, I was super happy about that, and then qualified with, I believe, a 104.8, 10th place qualifying. So here's the results. It may be difficult to see with the resolution you're seeing, but I'm down here. I ended up coming in 7th. I was pretty well back of the pack for most of the race until some guys got into a bit of a fight there, and I was able to take advantage of the carnage. So just some quick race analysis, 17 seconds off the leader. Average lap time was a 105.79 versus a 104.68 for the leader versus a 105.65 for the guy just in front of me. So then the fastest lap, I pulled off a 104.4. Looks like everybody ahead of me was well ahead of that. The fast lap was a 103.7, so that's faster than I can do ever, and that's in the race. And then what else? Got in a few incidents. I had somebody hit me in the third corner right out of the gate there. Hit me, then passed me, so it's kind of frustrating. I did get some championship points out of this, and I was able to gain just a measly 6 on my I rating, and even after all my incidents, I still got bumped up spot 04 on my safety rating. So that was that last race. I can tell you, I feel like I'm pretty fast on this track compared to my peers, except for the very last corner. So as we've done in the past, I think it's important that we go ahead and fire up the virtual racing. Look at that, there it is. Getting advertised to us, virtual racing school, and see if we can analyze this lap. Hopefully they'll have some lap data. I'm sure they will. And yeah, try to figure out how we can do that fourth corner a little bit better. It looks like the target lap that we are going to be analyzing against is a 102.4, and they're pulling in a 104.4. So that's 2 seconds off, which really didn't make me feel too bad. So yeah, let's just pull up the analyzer here. So we can see over the full track I'm 1.49 seconds shy of the coach here. And the first thing I like to do is just look at the entire speed tray. So that's this top line here. I am the red dashed line, and the coach is the blue line. So you got more speed going into one, which should go back to our whole how to get out of the last corner issue. Um, it looks like they're able to hold just a little bit more speed through the second corner. That is, let's see if we can show that on track here. So that's the second corner. I guess that's the first corner. What's one here? One is, I'm sorry, so they're able to carry a little bit more speed through that first corner as they start to get back on the accelerator here, and get back on the accelerator, it looks like maybe a little earlier, or at least have a higher speed starting point. But, you know, all of this looks pretty close as far as our data goes, a little bit more speed in this S here. A little bit later braking into the penultimate corner. So you can see I slowed down earlier. They slow down later, so they're a couple hundred feet ahead of me when they slow down. But then really this last corner is where all the money is, if you ask me. So it's half a second there on this last corner. So let's just take a look at that. Yeah, big bump in time on that last corner and the second to last corner. So I really feel like that's where we need to focus. The rest of it seems to be a bit of a braking issue. So yeah, last corner. Let's deep dive into T12. So this is a really long sweeper, and I just can't figure it out. Obviously, it's an extremely important corner. It seems like people get on the brakes some amount and may or may not shift. So I believe we can just play the corner here, see what's going on. Alright, so playing the corner. I get on the gas too early, so I'm getting on the gas, feathering it in early, and then so it looks like we brake in about the same place. He brakes less, but just rolls through the corner, no throttle at all for a lot longer time, all through here, and then while I'm blipping it, causing understeer. So he's able to probably get his car to actually rotate by not cheating the throttle. Let's look at it on the data then. So coming into the corner, I come off the throttle much earlier, and then just kind of stepping through it here. I am well off that throttle, and then looks like I'm just lifting, coasting, and then I kind of smashed the brakes a little early too. Whereas he's waiting right until what looks like kind of very last moment, coming off throttle, kissing the brakes to get it to turn, and then staying off throttle all the way until, and this is where I'm fluffing the corner again. I love it, whoever it was that coined that term. And it also looks like he's trail braking into that the whole time. So just a lot better, like smooth brake control. And you can see I'm actually faster right at this point, but obviously I'm not controlling the car well. So here where I blip the throttle a couple of times, he just simply waits until he's ready to commit, smooths into it here a little bit. He comes out just a bit, whereas it looks like my transition into full throttle comes much later. So, yeah, so just a really a nice lesson there in, you know, still leveraging the knowledge that we want a later break point. It's a lot of time won there. But then this is just a whole session in very smooth trail braking and then patience. I mean, the absolute, I'm either going to be throttle or brake out of the coach here is intense. So no coasting at all, absolute commitment into the corner, lift immediately onto the brakes, and then hanging onto those brakes, and as soon as he's done trail braking that corner right up to the apex, that's when he's hopping back on that throttle, getting it revved up, and then maintaining some maintenance throttle until he's able to go full. So yeah, it's like most of the time is lost in that area where he's trail braking and I'm floundering, and he's just carrying a lot more speed through there. I brake a lot harder, so I'm having to make up for that, but I'm not back on the throttle yet, so I'm rolling much slower through the first quarter of that turn. Yeah, so it's interesting stuff. Let's see where else we had big losses. So looks like T2 is half a second. I mean, heck, that's more than the last corner. So last corner we're gonna trail brake to the apex, get the car to rotate, hop back on throttle. Again, if you're just joining us, this is Matt Murphy with the Racers HQ iRacing MX5 live stream. We're going to get into some iRacing here in just a moment, currently analyzing our line. And let's go ahead before we look at turn 2. Let's see if we can't get registered for the next race here. Okay, there we go. While we're doing this, just wanted to talk a little bit about my sim rig here. Really struggling right now with my rig. As I've told you before, I bought a really cheap kind of frame for everything, and it appears that it's really starting to struggle. So today what I noticed is any shifting towards I guess what would basically be the rear of the car, you know, shifting down into second or up into fourth, seemed really loose, and then I realized that my shift kind of equipment here, the base of my shifter has started to fall apart, the plastic surrounding the set screws. So really not able to secure my shifter much, so I'm having to go very lightly with that equipment right now. And the same for my steering rig, steering wheel and its mount, things starting to fall apart all over. So definitely going to need to put some time into this fake car chassis. Hopefully this weekend, try to sure things up, because I don't know if I can race like this much longer. Be interesting to see if we get through tonight's race. All right, so boring. Let's look back again at this turn 2, or turn 1, 2, basically this first section. So we're talking half a second lost here. So this is the most, this is the biggest loss section of everything. So again, let's analyze where we're failing. First of all, if you just kind of take a look at the line, the coach is taking a much more traditional line, the way you should drive a corner, outside, inside, outside. I'm trying to cheat it in a little bit too much. And so if we look at the speed trace, and then in this case, I mean, even though the speed trace kind of go 1-to-1, you can tell that he really starts to build a gap in the speed trace here at kind of close to corner entry, and then yeah, corner entry, corner exit, the important parts, right? And then you can see also this is the time delta chart, so that he really just starts to ramp up that time delta coming into the corner. So what's he doing? What's he doing differently? Well, he's carrying more speed, obviously, so how's he doing that? Let's look again down here at the throttle and brake traces. Looks like, I mean, it is real subtle what's going on differently here, but I come off the throttle, it says here 22 meters early, but I don't get on the brakes until about the same time he does. So again, I'm lifting, coasting. I've got to get a lot more comfortable with simply transitioning directly from the brake to the throttle. In most cases, that's the way to do it. And then again, this gentleman, this coach, is not using as much brake pressure, but is using more consistent trail brake. So he's at peak braking going into the corner, and then he's able to maintain a real steady trail brake all the way right up to really the apex, whereas mine looks all wonky. And it looks like I even, man, what am I doing here? I'm blipping the throttle a little bit. I don't know if that was a gear change or something. Or no, I'm sorry, that's him. That's probably that blip, that blue blip right there is probably a gear change, yep. So we're down into second, and it looks like, again, here's a really quick transition off of trail brake right back into throttle, and he aggressively gets on that throttle, and he's probably able to. The car's probably turning in the right direction, and just a real master class. You can see here his steering angle is much less than mine, so he's using the brakes to steer instead of using the steering wheel. That's definitely a mark of a good driver, and he's just driving out of it. So he's just carrying a lot more speed on that exit, really able to get the car to do what he wants it to do and drive it at its limit, whereas I'm not getting onto full throttle till a little bit later than he is, and I'm definitely not touching the throttle or being as aggressive as he is until about 16 meters later. So another couple golden tips there. So 1, 2, just basically in general, do a better job. Trail brake into the apex. Get on the throttle aggressively. Hopefully you've got the car turned by then. Back to turn 12. Let's look at this one more time. So turn 12 again. We're going to stay in 4th gear through the whole corner, looks like. Yep, just maintain 4th gear. Simply wait for the apex. Wait for the apex. Wait for the apex for that gas. Trail braking into it. So trail brake into the apex. Looks like a more traditional line coming into it as well. Trail brake into the apex and then get on it. So we'll see if any of this helps. It rarely does. Let's check the chats. Oh man, so crazy. So much chatting going on. Alright, so without further ado, let's join some practice here. We've got 14 minutes till 7. Time to see if we can't improve on our 103.8 and keep my little sim rig together here. Aside from that, while we're waiting on this to load, let's see other garage updates. I've got my Miata Super Touring 5 race car. I believe I've got the cam timing done correctly this time, so need to work with a tuning shop, probably down in Texas, to have them retune it and be ready for the Hallett race in early June. Never raced in Hallett before, even though it's just 90 minutes away. Really look forward to that race. I've been told that that's a great location. And let's see. Aside from that, I'm trying to clean up some wiring, trying to identify some factory components in the harness that we can get rid of just to clean up the dashboard in general. And then tomorrow night, I'm going to go talk to a buddy who races Honda Civic EFs, the kind of 1990 Honda Civic hatchbacks, and
lap type,
see if we can put together a D series, like a D16 on the cheap, because the current D series in that vehicle is in real bad shape. The block got all seized up, and then the owner left it out to rust, and now it looks like it's just completely ruined. The head might be in good enough shape. Alright. 3, 4. Here's where I got my accident. Somebody rear-ended me. Really like this corner coming up. You just kind of lift a bit to set the car, and then hammer back onto it, and go through this long section. Really nice part of the track. I like that. This one I kind of late apex coming onto this back straight. That was good. Looks like I'm within 0.02 seconds. Alright, here's our corner. So, the brake trailing into the apex. Okay, maybe the apex is further around the corner. So, okay, try that again next time.
Last lap was incomplete.
And then real traditional line here, brake into the apex. Aggressively get back on it, and look at that, sure enough. So I was able to at least pick up 1,000th or 2, and it feels like there's more to be had there. I definitely didn't do everything I could in that first corner, so good news. I think we can pick up some time in one at least, and then hopefully learn something about that last corner. I think I need to initiate my braking a lot later. Okay. So again, we're going to initiate the braking later, probably stay outside for a late apex, or what we feel like is a late apex. Still wasn't able to do that correctly.
Lap worse by
not quite sure what happened
0.5
there.
seconds. 1 minute, 4.6 seconds.
Okay, that was a great example of trail braking working out for me, so I picked up another 10th, another purple sector. Shifted into the wrong gear in that area. Still within 1/10 of my fastest time. Sometimes I short shift here because you get tossed way too far out to the right if you carry too much momentum. Had an off track out of 3 there, or 4. Alright, last corner again, here we go. Quick transition to the brakes. Oh man, yeah, that's not working well for me, so quick transition into less braking, how about that? Quick transition into less braking.
1 minute, 4.6 seconds.
Alright, gotta remember my lesson.
Car stopped on the right.
So if you do end up watching this after the race, which is highly plausible, all of my views have been after the live session, you know, feel free to leave some comments. I know my buddy Directrix does. If he sees something I could work on, or, you know, if you just want to say, hey, whatever you want to do. But happy to read your comments. Okay, late brake, get the car to rotate. Okay, I felt the car rotate a lot better that time. I definitely was faster on the
Lap
straight,
worse by 1.4
so
seconds.
that worked well.
1 minute, 4.2 seconds.
Alright, that didn't seem like a real direct transition from trail brake to throttle, but the trail braking into the corner worked well. We gotta be careful in this corner. They'll say that you cut the course if you use too much of that green curb. catch up with this gentleman here. Alright, again, Stam, last corner. Light trail braking. I don't feel like I'm getting down to the apex, or maybe I don't know where the apex
Lap course
is.
by 0.4 seconds. 1 minute, 4.3 seconds.
Go left.
Okay, 77 registered for tonight's race. We've broken up into splits, about 12 each, I believe. Okay, again, so nice, smooth transition to smooth braking. That was terrible. Somehow it worked out really well, but
Lap course by
felt terrible.
1.2 seconds. 1 minute, 4.7 seconds.
I really feel like people are walking me on that last corner, and I wonder if they are shifting down into the third.
Slow car ahead.
It might not be the fastest, ultimate fastest, but you know, if you're in a battle with somebody, and you get bogged down, it might make sense to be ready to shift into third out of that last corner, just in case. I mean, I don't think it's a time trial thing to do, but you gotta have your weapons available. So I almost lost the place in that last race by cooking that corner just like that. Luckily, I was able to hold them off. It was the last lap, so.
Lap worse by 1.6 seconds.
Getting better speed on the
1
front
minute,
straight, which is nice.
5.3 seconds.
That was terrible. Alright. Well, hopefully I'll learn how to drive here within the next couple of minutes, and it won't be too embarrassing. I'm sure you guys are sick of watching really talented drivers like, you know, Lewis Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel. I saw some breaking news that a Russian billionaire might be buying Williams, so I don't know, maybe that's Donald Trump, I'm not sure, but I'm sure it would be funny.
Lap worse by 1.9 seconds. 1 minute, 5.6 seconds.
Go right.
A lot of these corners, it feels a little violent to be shifting into second, but at the same time, can't stick with third, and I feel like the best way to do it is in a straight line. And, you know, it's not my motor, it's iRacing's motor. It's tough to blow them up, it can be done. What, this understeer, yes, that understeer, ugh, that's what the trail
Lap
braking
worse
is
by
for, Murphy.
1.9 seconds.
Alright, time
1
to
minute,
join the race.
5.4 seconds.
Not sure what's up with my livery here. It's supposed to be the official Racers HQ livery. Could be a problem with trading paints. This is instead my I Love Braun livery. Trying to find that perfect brawn green yellow look, whatever the heck that color is. Electric yellow, wimpy green, not sure. What say you? If you've got the color code for the brawn green, yellow green, feel free to post it in the comments. Just stay hydrated. Yes. Okay. Let's check the chat room real quick, see if anybody's trying to slide into the DMs, or whatever they say. Okay. Oh yeah. Straight sliding. Alright, not a whole lot of activity in the chat room. That's fine. Nothing new. Wouldn't want to distract myself with crazy new activities. Alright. So, here comes the old race. We're going to do a little practice, a little quali, a lot of race. I think it's 15 laps is the format. And then I'm going to go have a Pokeball with my wife. So there. Alright, minute left in practice, might as well. Alright. Looks like the Racers HQ livery has loaded properly. Thank you, Jake, for that. We're going to need to go ahead and fire up a cool new livery. I think we have one ready for Skip Barber, but then after Skip Barber I'll probably move into IMSA, which not quite sure what I'm going to run in IMSA. I think try to run a front-running car. Might as well, right? Relatively inexpensive to run on the pointy end. Can't imagine that we all just drive intentionally slow cars. So we'll need a livery for that, maybe a Porsche or something like that. So we're getting really good speed out of that. I just need to get my corner entry set up properly. Starting to get good speed out of that last corner.
Lap time.
Got to get the entry
Qualify.
done. All right, qualifying here. We've got to make 2 perfect laps. So this lap right here is an out lap. It is free. Just get the tires warmed up, practice your line, and then try to make sure you get a good exit on the last corner to carry speed through the first straight. And then during the 2 qualifying laps, you can't have any mistakes, so no off tracks, no cutting the course. Just about screwed that up. Alright, pay attention. I feel like if Team Boss Pat Mulry were to hear some of my downshifts here, he would probably just send me a bill for
Green, 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 green.
motors. Alright, great. I got a great exit speed there.
Last lap was incomplete.
Alright, entry of that corner was faster, but my exit was not, so not bad though. Here's where I have a tendency to spin. But wow, keep going a little too much to the left on that. Now, this is not going to be a perfect lap by any means, but it's kind of within spec, a couple sectors within a couple tenths, so I would expect like a high 104 or 1.5, low 1.5.
One more lap.
Getting good speed out of the
Lap better by 0.183 seconds. 1 minute, 4.3 seconds.
1:43, not bad, but I know most of the people are going to qualify in the 3s if I'm in the top split. We head down to the Norman Music Festival this weekend. If anybody's interested, come say hi. Looks like a lot of good bands. We're going to go Saturday. Got an Airbnb downtown. Free concert, free music festival for everybody. Really good music. Okay. Again, maintaining good corner exit there. Still need to work on the
by
entry.
0.4 seconds.
Okay.
1 minute,
1046.
4.6
There's the checker
seconds.
flag.
So there we go, 1043, 1046. So I think we get the 1043. Let us see real quick how we do. 4 minutes left until the race. Let's check the results. Middle pack. So far I am qualified 6th out of, well, 12. So thoroughly middle pack. The guys in front of me are doing a 104.2s. There's one 103.8. Guys behind me 104.5s. Let's check our entries here. Looks like I've got mainly a North American crew here today. One from Australia, a couple from Brazil, one in Texas here. Oh, I think this gentleman from Texas is the gentleman that had some choice words for me one time. It's fine. I wish him well. Alright, so yes, confirmed it is a 15 lap race, 1.27 mile circuit, 12 turns. Alright. 17x incident limit, so if you haven't been keeping track, you get about 4 incidents per collision, 1 incident per off track, and you can mount up 17 of those total before you're disqualified from the race. It's always fun to check out the crowd, see who they've decided to put some time and effort into. This lake here doesn't look very realistic, but I'm sure it costs way too many cycles to render that water. So, not the best looking game in the world, but a lot of fun, a lot of great competition. Plus we're on pretty much entry level hardware here. Got the big Azerbaijan Grand Prix coming up. That's always a wild one. I'm really not sure why I went with my traditional podium for my Fantasy Grand Prix predictions. But I'm going to go ahead and pick Hamilton to pull it out this year. He rarely does, but he's in good form. It seems like Mercedes have been the team to pick up the scraps a lot. I mean, they're obviously a very fast team, but the first 3 races, yeah, it seems like their direct competitors are kind of falling on their face. So, interesting stuff. I'm really excited to see. I understand that Honda has got a upgraded engine coming. We'll see. I mean, Honda's pretty impressive, finally. Red Bull seems pretty impressive. So we can hopefully to see Verstappen and maybe even Gasly.
Should be a good race. Have a clean one.
All right. So yeah, Pierre Gasly. And the worst of the best out there these days. He's in a good chassis, the Red Bull, but can't seem to really put things together. It could be a bit of a setup thing. I know, I'm sure they're giving a lot more resources to the kid. All right, here we go.
Laps remaining, 16. Lap type, race.
Go ahead and grid up early. Get in the zone. Time to get in the zone. Does anybody have a song they like to play in their head when they're in the zone? I play the Hatsune Miku 11 Polka remix. Great song. I blame our racing team. Alright, humming around at about 60 frames per second. I feel like I got a really good launch this last time at about 2,500 RPMs. Not really so much a launch, just as much of a not squealing them.
Good luck, everybody.
Yeah,
Hey, Scott. Good luck.
yeah, good luck everyone. Good luck Texas.
Pretty neat Arizona car you got there. Good luck, guys.
A little shout out to Texas there. See if he's listening. Yeah, so Texas, we'll just call him Texas. I can't remember his real name. We were at Laguna Seca a couple weeks ago and battling it out.
Let's have a clean race, guys.
And he was able to park it right in front of me into turn 2. I didn't do much about it other than ram him, spin him, and then carry on.
Green, green, green.
Laps remaining, 15.
So great start
Last
there,
lap was
hopefully.
incomplete.
Car on the right. You're on the left, 3 wide. Car on the right. 2 wide. Keep to the left. Clear on the right.
Quite a bit of a chump move on my part again for a change, but had the start on that dude and just couldn't really pull it off. Having a hard time executing those opportunities. Nice tight pack forming up here. Looking like some good battles. Alright. Alright, here's my old corner here, guys. What are we going to do? Hopefully not too much concertina here.
Laps
Man,
remaining,
really
14.
understeered a lot.
1 minute,
Car on the right.
8.1 seconds.
Hold your line. Clear. Car on the right.
Oh
Hold
man,
your
I'm
line.
getting 8 up. Alright, guys.
Still left.
Ridiculous.
Hold your line. Clear.
Damn it. Alright.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Bam. Okay, guys. Getting 8 up this race. Gotta watch it. Can't get too aggressive with my shifty shifter.
Laps remaining, 13. Lap worse by 1.4 seconds. 1 minute, 5.1 seconds.
Alright, here we go. Can't get on that grass over to the left. That worked okay. Looks like pulling away a bit from that pack. Coming onto the back straight here. Well, sticking with him here. Making up for my last corner lack of skill here. Oh, sticking with him. Okay. That worked okay.
Laps remaining, 12. Lap worse by 0.065 seconds. 1 minute, 3.9 seconds.
This car in front of me is not carrying a whole lot of mid-corner speed, but tough to get around. Had to just straight up check him there. So I got a little battle in front of us. See how that's going to pan out for everyone.
Car on the left.
Well, this isn't going to be great for
Stay on the right.
the last corner, but at least we got
Clear
it
on the
back.
left. Left side. Clear on the left.
Laps remaining, 11. Lap worse by 0.4 seconds. 1 minute, 4.5 seconds.
Guy was trying to come in on the inside of me into that first corner. I might be stupid, but I'm not ugly. Alright. Looks like another battle forming in front of me here, which is nice. Alright. Lots of neat red, white, blue liveries here today. Oh, what are these guys going to do? They're getting real close. Real close. Oh, they took each other out. Oh, they touched.
Left side.
Laps remaining, 10.
Still left.
Oh my god.
Clear.
Can't believe we didn't all
Lap
just die
worse by
there.
0.9
10 laps to go. Keep digging.
1 minute, 5.0 seconds.
Alright, these guys in front of me are bumping and grinding. They're used to each other, you know, whining and dining, but tonight they'd be bumping and grinding. Alright, currently in 9th place.
Laps remaining, 9.
Alright, just really getting ate up there on that last.
Lap worse by 1.9 seconds. 1 minute, 5.5 seconds.
Car on the left. Clear.
Qualified 6, currently running 9.
You've got a slow car on the left. Car stopped ahead. Be careful. Car stopped ahead. Be careful. Go left. Left side. You're on the right. 3 wide. Clear.
Okay, I had to go out to the dirt to save myself there, but that'd probably pick up some places for us, I'm assuming. A little Schadenfreude. Looks like, oh man, everybody behind me got taken out. I had some guys right on my tail. Oh, here comes another one. And another one. Alright, well, stay clean, guys. Stay clean.
Laps remaining, 8.
Stay clean, guys. Stay clean.
Lap worse by 3.7 seconds. 1 minute, 7.7 seconds.
Alright, looks like we are back to carrying more corner speed through, compared to this gentleman. Oops, had to tap the brakes there for a second. I was understeering like crazy. Probably needed to lift a little earlier, get my turn in a little earlier. Eventually I'm gonna get this guy. Eventually.
Laps remaining, 7. Lap worse by 1.3 seconds. 1 minute, 5.1 seconds.
Should have late braked like crazy there. For whatever reason, I did not have it in me. Didn't want to blow the corner. Try again. Oh, why you slow down so much? Man, I need to grow a few. Pop out here, give it a shot.
Left side. Clear.
Let him know we're serious.
Lap worse by 1.7 seconds.
Go
1
left.
minute, 5.9 seconds.
Keep the pressure on here.
Right side. Stay on the left. Still left.
Hey, you're blinking, number 1.
Clear on the right.
Alright, I got past him. Try to bog him down there a bit. Alright.
Laps remaining, 5.
Let's go get this red car. Hell yeah.
Lap worse by 2.6
5 ball lap, fella.
1 minute, 6.1 seconds.
Way too early apex there. I can go back to my traditional line. I'm not trying to fight this guy.
Slow car ahead.
Got a yellow flag up here somewhere. Nope, it's gone. Okay. Okay, a little bit of smooth sailing here. I can run my own race.
Laps remaining.
Still trying to catch that red car. Tires are starting to go, so they're not reacting the same way as we're used to, so lots of understeer typically.
Lap worse by 1.2 seconds. 1 minute, 5.2 seconds.
So yeah, time to adjust to the tires here. Back up our braking zones a little bit more, maybe slow the car a little bit more going into the corners. Just generally slower. Can't expect everything to just stick all the time. A lot smoother driving is required.
My bad.
3.2
Laps
seconds
remaining.
to the next place, so that's pretty rough. 3 laps remaining, according to high speed.
Lap worse by 1.7 seconds. 1 minute, 5.4 seconds.
Alright, started 6th. Did a horrible job, even though I got a great launch at the start. And let a few guys pass in the early stages of the race. Then everybody got a little too excited. And I was able to get back to where I started at least. And
2 laps to go.
6th place and
Laps
a top
remaining.
split should be some decent.
Whoa, come on, James. Really, that's not necessary.
Lap worse by 1.0 seconds. 1 minute, 4.9 seconds.
Got little bugs forming on the windshield. That's always been a cute reminder that you've been doing this a lot. Pretty sure the Skip Barber series has automatic tear-offs, which is handy. My first helmet had tear-offs because I was planning on racing a Formula V, but that never really panned out. Ended up
White
getting
flag, 1 more lap to
divorced
go. Keep going.
Laps remaining, 1.
Alright, is this the checker? Are we checkers?
Lap
Checkers
worse
or
by
white?
1.5
Okay, one more lap.
seconds. 1 minute, 5.2 seconds.
Oh man. Okay. Running my own race at this point.
I just want that up. Thanks for the 4X, James. Really don't appreciate that.
Laps remaining, 0.
Alright, last corner guys. Thanks for listening, watching, caring, caressing, commenting, whatever it is you guys
You've got a
do.
slow car on the right. You've got a slow car on the right.
Lap
You've got
worse
a
by
slow car on the right.
1.5
Go left.
seconds. 1 minute, 5.6 seconds.
There's the flag. It's over.
Well, let's see how we did. So official, maybe we can check the start real quick. That was fun. Let's analyze the start, because I feel like we lost out there. We always do. Alright, here we go. Starting it up. I got a great launch on the 9 car that I ended up following. and he gave me plenty of room. I just overslowed the car and was not able to take advantage of it, and then everybody took advantage of me, so yeah, driving like a chump. Results, Matt Murphy, grid 7th, start 6th, so I made up a spot, I'll take that. Let's check out the web-based results. The headset gets pretty hot after a few laps. Alright. Well, guys, coming to the end of this podcast. Always great having you. Appreciate all the views, all the likes. Let's see. Top split. Alright, that makes me happy. So we're still top split. 2016 strength of field. What are we working with here? 21 seconds off the race pace. Okay, 103.9 was my fastest lap time. That's pretty impressive. 103.3. Wow, that's real impressive for the leader. I'm nowhere near that, but it looks like I was maybe top 4 potential based on some of these other lap times if I could have had some nice consistent running. Got 64 champ points. I'll take that. 22 I rating. That's massive for me, so I really appreciate that. Be nice to break into the 1700s before too long. Looks like everybody ahead of me is well into the 2000s, and everybody below me is, in general, is doing better than I am. So I might have been the worst driver in this group and ended up 6th. I'll take it. Probably gives you some indication why I'm so terrible at the starts. And then 17.17 added on to my B license. Not too worried about the licenses these days. Not a whole lot to do in the A licensing anyway. You got to really schedule your life around those races and be a good driver too. So that's really all we have. Thanks so much to everybody. Thanks to Jake and everybody over at Racers HQ for all the great content they're able to provide. And yeah, all the homies out there. I will see you guys next week for another great Racers HQ iRacing MX5 Cup live stream. Take it easy, guys. Cue the bumper music.